Hello, good morning. Last time we have discussed about the introductions of embryology, male and female reproductive organs, its positions, cell divisions, and particularly spermatogenesis and oogenesis. These are the basic things to develop the human beings. First step of development of embryo as well as the up to the termination of pregnancy start from fertilization, and for that purpose requirement of two cells which are haploid in number. We have learned in the last lectures the spermatid, and from spermatid whatever the cells we got, they are the spermatozoa. It is the male germ cells. They are haploid number after the meiosis type of cell divisions. Same way, another meiosis type of cell divisions take place in ovary, and at the end of this process, whatever the cells, it is this one. It is mature oocyte. It's also having a haploid number of cells. That means both the cells have haploid number of cells, means half number of chromosomes. Now whatever the things take place is fertilizations. Okay. So before that, whatever the things take place in the female, starting from puberty up to the menopause, at every month menstrual cycles, ovarian cycles. During the ovarian cycles, there are the different stages of development of ovum and ovulations, which take place in the first half of menstrual cycle, and at the end of first half, that means around the 14th day, we know whatever the ovum is released is the ovulations. Now this ovulated ovum is runs into the fallopian tube, which catch very near to the fimbriated end of fallopian tube, and now this ciliary movement of fallopian tube is brought this ovum towards the medial end of fallopian tube, and ultimately it reaches to the dilated, most dilated part of fallopian tube known as ampulla. Simultaneously, one more things also take place at that time. It is the movement of sperms. The sperms at the time of coitus, semen is enter into the vagina, and when it's enter into the vagina, then and then some changes take place into the sperms, and then there is journey into the female reproductive systems or reproductive organs, means vagina, cervix, uterus and fallopian tube. During that it got the maximum capacity, or it is maturity to fertilize the ovum. This path takes place approximately 7 hours, and this process is known as capacitations and maturations of spermatozoa. So during this time, so many chemical changes take place, and due to that, there is more maturations as well as the speed and movement of sperms is take place. And due to the highly motile sperms now going towards the mature ovum. Here you can see there are the number of sperms are coming towards the mature ovum. Approximately 2 to 300 of the sperms are reached up to the mature ovum. And now whatever the reactions is take place around this mature ovum is known as acrosome reactions. Now we'll discuss what is acrosome reactions. The ovulated ovum is still surrounded by the some protective barriers. Which are these protective barriers? One of the most outer cells is known as the corona radiata cells. Radially or all round there is the few cells are protect the ovum. It is corona radiata. Deep to the corona radiata There is the another one important structures protecting the ovum is known as zona pellucida. Zona pellucida. Inside the zona pellucida, one more membrane-like structures we can see it is a perivitelline membrane, and this space is known as perivitelline space. In this perivitelline space, we know the first meiotic cell divisions is completed at the time of ovulation, and at time of ovulations there are the two cells we got, one large having a more cytoplasm, it is the mature ovum, and another one having a minimum amount of the cytoplasm. In this way there is irregular or unequal distribution of cytoplasm. This cell is converted into the first polar body. This first polar body is situated in this part, and deep to this cytoplasms or this membrane there is the chromosomal components, or the it is haploid number of chromosomes are seen. So this is the mature ovum at the time of ovulations, protected from outside to inside corona radiata, zona pellucida, perivitelline space, and inside there is the haploid number of the chromosomes, and so many sperms are surrounding, and they are now trying to fertilize the ovum, but out of this only and only one will be successful to enter inside the oocyte. But before that, what happens, there are some reactions is take place. So initially this spermatozoa at the head there is the one particular structure, a acrosomal cap. This acrosomal cap is destroyed this corona radiata, and gradually it's reach up to the zona pellucida, then it's pierce the zona pellucida, then only its head and neck will go inside, and remaining part, middle piece and tail will remain outside. This this the whatever the chemical structures released at that time is known as zona reaction. Hyaluronic acid and pepsin and another some substances is released and which destroy this corona radiata. It is the one of the most outermost covering of ovum is penetrated by these sperms, which is known as acrosomal reactions. Now further process of fertilization. What happens after the penetrations of ovum? Here you can see just after the penetration of sperms, what happens? So it penetrates the corona radiata, zona pellucida, and perivitelline membrane, and ultimately it comes in contact with site, and during that time only its head is goes inside the oocyte cytoplasm. Now this cytoplasm is having a two haploid number of the cells. One is of the female, one is of the male. Ultimately, respectively, they are known as female and male pronuclei. Both pronuclei is having a haploid number of chromosomes. Now we can say it is the complete cells having a diploid number of cells. It is particularly known as zygote. So what is zygote? A zygote is a single cells having a pronuclei of male and female, and again at the time of fertilization this process is known as fertilization. Another cell body is also produce the more polar bodies which are also present in this perivitelline space, and in this way fertilization is complete. So what is fertilizations? The fertilizations, that means it is the process of fusions of male and female pronuclei. In this way the haploid number of cells are now converted into a diploid number of cells, and it is known as zygote. It is the most initial cells to start the fertilizations. It is the single cells of embryo also known as that, and now the process of cell division is take place in zygote. This process is the sequel and serial cell division of cells. It is similar to the mitosis type of cell division. That means the one cell is divided to form the 2, 2 into the 4 into the, in this way multiplications of the cells is known as the cleavage. The steps of fertilizations, and now we'll go about result of what happens at the time of fertilizations. So many changes take place during the, one of these is there is at a moment there is genetically the sex of embryo is already determined, either it is male or female, because we know the male having a two types of chromosome, X bearing and Y bearing, but in case of female both the cells are same, both are X type. That means the product of fertilizations will be male or female is totally dependent on the which type of X bearing or Y bearing cells or the sperms comes in contact with the oocyte. So first is determinations of chromosomes or determinations of chromosomal sex of new individuals. Another change, and that is completions of second divisions. We know if only and only at the time of fertilization second meiotic cell division is otherwise it's never complete the second meiotic cell divisions in oogenesis. Remember the two important events take place in oogenesis, the meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, and meiosis 1 is already started before birth in ovary, but it is arrested into the first meiosis in prophase phase, and prophase phase is then continued during the, at the time of ovulation meiosis 1 is completed, and at that time the chromosomal number of oocyte is reduced. In this way it's converted into secondary oocyte. Now this secondary oocyte is going and proceed towards the second meiotic cell division, and it is completed only and only if fertilization is take place, and if fertilization is take place then the second polar body will be formed, and in this way second meiotic division is completed. Otherwise these cells will degenerate and ultimately all the process in the second half of menstrual cycle will disturb, and its result is we know it is menstrual cycle. Otherwise this process is continued. So completions of second meiotic cell divisions, and second meiotic cell divisions again there is restorations of 2n or diploid number of the cells, and immediately it start to cell divisions, and it is known as cleavage. So cleavage is the serial continuous cell divisions of zygote or fertilized ovum, and now the cell division is continuous, and there is the growth, differentiations, and different type of tissues, organ system will be developed from this fertilized ovum. This is about fertilizations.